Jess and I'm making this video for Jessie's Fund. This is the third video I've made. This one is how to write songs or making up songs. So we've had how to sing, what to sing and making up songs. This is one of my favourites. It's my favourite thing to do when I'm in a group of people. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what I do. Now, if you look on the resources section of the Jessie's Fund website, there is a really nice, more detailed breakdown of the structure you could use to write a song in terms of verses, choruses, the sort of scheme that you might use. You might sing a line, sing another line, sing the first line again, that sort of thing. So I do recommend you have a look at that because that is a useful thing to have written down, I think. So in my other video I mentioned sea shanties and I was singing the water is flowing, flowing and growing, the water is flowing down to the sea. And I really like songs about water. I like sea shanties, anything like that, really visual things. The reason I like sea shanties so much is because they have a wonderful structure. They just do a thing, something changes, and then everyone sings a chorus. They do a thing where something's changed and we sing a chorus again. They're also not got a really big range, not a complicated thing, and also you don't need to have any accompaniment. They're made, you know, they were written on ships just to be sang as work songs, to be sang call and answer. They've got a really nice rhythm to them. So here's what I'd do. I would take a sea shanty. There's one I use quite often because it's got a really nice structure where we sing something, something changes, we sing the chorus, there's another line, and then the chorus. So here it goes. I wish I was a cabin boy aboard a man o' war. Everyone sings. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. And then everyone sings. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, they say. Chorus. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. A man o' war is a type of ship. It might be, it's not quite nice looking at the different types of ships at this stage in proceedings. So a really nice thing to do now is to get suggestions of things you will find on ships and put it in that first line, at the end of the first line. I wish I was a cannonball aboard a man o' war. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, they say. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. I wish I was the sails, sails aboard a man o' war. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, they say. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. Nice fun thing to do next is get them to suggest things that maybe you wouldn't find on a ship. I wish I was a microwave aboard a man o' war. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, they say. Sam's gone away aboard a man o' war. You could also change the name, couldn't you? It could be anyone's name. It could be each child's name in your class. It could be your name, whatever. It could be a fictional character's name if you were writing a story. So that's just an example of a sea shanty that is so easy to just start messing around with. And then what you can do is you can take structures from sea shanties and write your own sea shanty. So I've done this a lot of times. One of my favourites that we wrote with a group of people went like this. I looked at the porthole and I see, insert word here, a whale, a whale. I wish I could have one for my tea, a whale, a whale. So that could be anything that you might see when you look out of a porthole. I look at the porthole and I see a jellyfish, a jellyfish. I wish I could have one for my tea, a jellyfish, a jellyfish. Again, you could ask people for suggestions of things you might not see out of a porthole. I look at the porthole and I see a whiteboard, a whiteboard. I wish I could have one for my tea, a whiteboard, a whiteboard. And then you could write a little chorus. So one chorus that sticks in my head is quite deep and meaningful. The chorus went, Stormy waters, I have to break free. Calming waters embracing me. So we'd sing the first bit, then we'd sing the chorus, then we'd sing the first bit with a different word in it, then the chorus again, just like this. I looked out the porthole and I see a whale, a whale. I wish I could have one for my tea, a whale, a whale. Stormy waters, I have to break free. Calming waters embracing me. I looked out the porthole and I see a jellyfish, a jellyfish. I wish I could have one for my tea, a jellyfish, a jellyfish. Stormy waters, I have to break free. Calming waters embracing me. So I think using this sort of structure is really, really nice, because it just has to be one thing that can change each time. You could have a little soloist. If someone was feeling confident, they could sing the first line and then everyone joins in for the other lines. Really beautiful structure. An example where I've seen a sea shanty being used, or a simple well-known song being used in a school recently, is when they were playing with a parachute outside in the playground. They took the tune of "What should we do with a drunken sailor? What should we do with a drunken sailor? What should we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?" They took that and changed it to "What should we do with a parachute? What should we do with a parachute? What should we do with a parachute on a Friday afternoon, or on a Monday morning, or on a Wednesday lunchtime?" So you can start you can use the days of the week and the times of day, which is quite nice. Then you get suggestions. High and low with a parachute, high and low with a parachute, high and low with a parachute on a Friday afternoon. Shaking about with the parachute, shaking about with the parachute. Really, really nice, simple idea of how you can bring singing into an activity, make it really rhythmic, let everyone's voices be heard. Another really, really nice thing to do if you're struggling for words is you could just sing what you're doing, sing your job, sing what you're doing in that moment, or get everyone to sort of sing their jobs. So I was talking to my daughter about this, and she said she used to be the table monitor, and I said, "What did you do?" And she said, "Just put in the pens in the right pots at the end of the day." So we had a little sing and we came up with something like, "My job is the table monitor, I put pens in pots. My job is the table monitor, I put pens in pots at the end of the day." Something like that. So then you could each sing a little bit about what you're doing. It could even be something you were doing to get people's attention. You could use it as call and answer. "I'm writing on the whiteboard, I'm writing on the whiteboard. What am I writing? What am I writing?" Or if you're not as confident with melody, using more of a chant. "I'm writing on the whiteboard, I'm writing on the whiteboard." A bit more sort of a football chant type vibe. And what you notice about all these things is the range is quite narrow, because actually when we're working with children's voices, we're working with a smaller range. They're not going to sing as low, they don't want to sing as high. They've got a physically smaller range where before their voices have developed, depending on what age group you're working with. So if you look at nursery rhymes and children's songs, they're all "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are," all around that area. Do 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 do. Let's think of another children's song. "Wind the bobbin up, wind the bobbin up, pull, pull, clap, 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 wind it back again." Just really simple melodies, just going between a few notes, nothing too complicated, because actually that's going to be difficult for children to sing. And to any of these things, to anything that you're singing, like I said with a parachute, it could be actions, you could be doing an activity, or if you are writing a song, you might get your words in place, you might get a bit of a melody, you might want to decide to put some instruments to it. As simple as getting, if you've got some instruments, some drums out, or maybe drumming on tables or chairs, establishing a really nice rhythm. Then you can have a discussion about what the rhythm sounds like. Does it come in at a certain place? Does it go out at a certain place? How loud is it going to be? How many people are playing that rhythm? Sometimes you might want to give them a grand name like the Guardian of the Groove or something like that. People like that sort of responsibility. If you've got any nice pitched instruments, little chime bars, you might have a little instrumental section where you just give someone a little solo, and then you're starting talking about arrangement. Then you could write it up on a bit of flip chart or on your whiteboard, so you got a little bit of a, this is our intro, someone's playing the drums, they're going to hit the drum 8 times, then we're going to go into the first verse, then we're going to sing a chorus, we're going to do a second verse, we're going to do another chorus, then we're going to have an instrumental break where we all join in together and we all play the drums, or someone plays a ukulele solo, or just really being playful with it and coming up with one of those structures, or just keeping it simple like a sea shanty. Doesn't need any accompaniment. Maybe you could stamp, you could walk, you could do a bit of clapping, a bit of body percussion, keeping a nice groove to it. Have fun with all these suggestions. There's a million ways to write songs, but I think when you're working with children and when you're working, writing songs on the fly, keep it simple. Make sure everyone's voices are heard. Everyone's got a little bit of input, so the ownership is with the group. And you can write songs about anything on the curriculum, anything in your day-to-day life. Some more suggestions for songwriting ideas I quite often use are asking people what's the first thing they see when they walk out their door in the morning, or what's something they do that makes them feel good, when you're talking about well-being and mental health, doing small things that make you feel good. Little tiny things like, my friend was writing a song with a group the other day and he was asking them what they had for tea. Tell me what's for tea, anything is good to eat. And they just each, we had mashed potato. Anything like that. You can make a song out of anything and it sticks. It's really good for memory. Might be a little bit catchy. I'm really sorry if you end up with really catchy songs going around your head all day. Have fun. And if you want to send us any songs that you've written, we would absolutely love to receive them.